Buffalo Bills have never gone to a Super Bowl. They won the AFL championship a year before my Chiefs represented the old AFL in Super Bowl I. Bills fans once had to be content with the juice. This year, they're hoping to enjoy the champagne.
They say Rich Stadium can become a real zoo around playoff time, attracting all forms of wildlife to root on the Bills. On Saturday, the only animals that seemed out of their habitat were the dolphins from sunny Florida. And with snow in the forecast, they could think of far better places to be than Buffalo in January.
We were walking in the tunnel and they're like, "Hey, is it cold enough for you?" Looked up, I go, "Yeah, but you gotta live here when we leave."
But Buffalo fans welcomed the inclement weather almost as much as they welcomed the return of Bills starting quarterback Jim Kelly. Kelly was making his first start since he was sidelined with a knee injury 4 weeks earlier. But from the first play of the game, the quarterback made people forget the knee brace on his left leg and marvel at the magic in his right arm. Kelly stretched his pass catchers to new heights and stretched the Dolphin defense the entire length of the field.
The blitz is on. He throws. He's got a man. Reed at the 20, down to the 15, to the 10-5. Touchdown, Andre Reed. The Bills have scored on an electrifying play. No-huddle offense. Kelly to throw again. Now he throws it long downfield for Lofton, and he's got it. He makes the catch. Kelly in the snow, backpedaling in the pocket. There's the throw long. Reed is open. He's got it at the 20, at the 15, at the...
Using a hurry-up offense almost exclusively, the Bills have the Dolphins' defense in a vice grip. And Miami's inability to substitute freely made for mismatches like safety Louis Oliver in one-on-one coverage with all-pro receiver Andre Reed. As a result of Miami's almost embarrassing lack of coverage, the Bills scored the first 5 times they had the ball.
Kelly goes under center for this snap, drops back to pass. Can't find anyone, now throws, and it's good to Lofton, and he runs in for the touchdown. The Bills have been unstoppable so far in this game. They have been a scoring machine so far in this first half in the snow at Rich Stadium.
While the Bills and their fans frolicked in the snow, the Dolphins seemed ready to run for shelter. But when looking into the eye of a storm, Miami quarterback Dan Marino always seems to find a way to stare it down.
Play fake to Smith. Marino back to throw. Deep across the middle. It is caught by Duper. He's going to go.
Marino would connect with 9 different receivers on the day, but none came up with bigger plays than number 85, Mark Duper.
Marino on 4th down and 5. Here's the snap. Marino in the shotgun. He goes deep downfield. It is caught down at the 5 and out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a great pass by Marino.
Duper's 38-yard catch put Miami in position for a score with less than a minute remaining in the first half. And 2 plays later, on a critical 3rd and goal, Marino ran a perfect play fake and then walked away with a touchdown.
And he's going to roll out and bootleg and run in for a touchdown. He walks in for the score. The Bills were fooled on that play, and Marino just walked in. Nate Odoms was the closest man to him, but he deked him out.
Marino's scoring run trimmed Buffalo's lead to 27-17 just before halftime. The Miami defense had been completely overmatched in the first 2 quarters. But with Marino running the offense, head coach Don Shula knew his Dolphins always had a shot.
We're damn happy to be down only by 10. We're back in the football game. We're down by 10. We got the football. We got to do a good job at a return. Score in the drive, offense. Defense, we got to stop them. Stop them. Make good play.
In the second half, Miami turned to power running with fullback Tony Page clearing a path for number 33, Sammy Smith, who gained 64 yards after intermission. And Smith's threat to run made Marino's play actions that much more effective.
Will play fake it, throws it in the end zone, touchdown to Roy Foster.
I really thought Smith had the ball, and then the next thing I see is Foster catching it and doing a little dance, too.
Offensive lineman Roy Foster's first reception in organized football pulled the Dolphins to within 3 points at the start of the fourth quarter. But just as it had failed to do throughout the game, the Dolphin defense still couldn't stop Jim Kelly, who continued to hit his free-roaming receivers on stride. And when Buffalo got near the goal line, tackle Will Wolford simply bullied open a hole for running back Thurman Thomas. The Bills regained their 10-point lead, and on the ensuing kickoff, they reclaimed control of the game.
Got the ball now down around the 20-yard line, and he breaks it up and then is hit, fumbles the ball. It's loose. The Bills have it. The Bills get it. Norwood got on the ball. And now the Bills can go for the juggler here. Kelly in the shotgun on 2nd and 7. From the 27, throws. It's good there. It is complete to Reed, and Reed runs in for the touchdown. And Rich Stadium has erupted in pandemonium.
The Bills made their 5th touchdown look easy as running back Thurman Thomas stayed with linebacker Mike Reichenbach. And then helped with a double-team block as Kelly was given an unfair amount of time to hit his receiver. Kelly's 3rd scoring pass of the day helped the Bills clinch the highest-scoring non-overtime playoff game in history. In doing so, Buffalo not only earned a trip to the AFC Championship, but also the much-deserved respect that some Bills felt Miami hadn't shown them prior to the game.
I was kind of ticked off about the way they talk about us. I really don't think at this point in time that Miami really gives us the respect that we deserve, really, because the way they shoot off at the offense, saying that, they didn't play well the last time we were up here. Well, I think they played pretty damn good today, but they got their ass kicked.
The Bills were the highest scoring team in the NFL this year. One reason for their explosiveness is the play of their wide receiver, Andre Reed. Andre caught 8 touchdowns during the season and 2 last Saturday. This weekend, Reed will have to contend with the Raiders' outstanding secondary. Wind chills don't seem to bother this gifted receiver. In 4 playoff games, all at cold weather sites, Reed has caught 21 passes and 4 touchdowns. He now joins Chris on NFL Crosstalk.
Andre, first of all, congratulations for making it to the National Football League's Final Four.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Let's go back to your game last week. Were you surprised at all about the way that Jim Kelly played after that long layoff?
I wasn't surprised too much about it. It was a courageous performance by him. I don't think a lot of people thought he would be that effective, especially in the condition that he was in. A lot of people thought his knee wouldn't hold up, and the weather too. I think a lot of people didn't think 2 teams would score that many points in that type of weather. But us being the highest scoring team in the league this year, and the Dolphins, definitely have an explosive offense. That's what happened.
Well, speaking of the weather, we talked earlier about the advantage the passing game has in the bad weather. Would you like to see more snow this week against the Sunshine Boys from L.A.?
I guess if you ask me, I would like to see more snow, and our whole team would. I think we thrive in it. We've been in it more than probably anybody else, and we have a feel for what we're doing out there as far as the surface and what kind of surface we do have.
Well, earlier this year, I thought the Raiders outplayed you guys in Buffalo, but you rallied to beat them in the fourth quarter on some strange plays. Are the Raiders the best team the Bills have played this year?
We've played some good teams this year. I think the Raiders, they definitely have that Raider mystique back. Art Shell has installed that back into them. They're playing great defense. They have big weapons on offense, and Marcus and Bo Jackson and Willie Galton, the receivers, are great too. It's going to be a tough game for us. I think if it's anything like last week, it's going to be high scoring too.
Yeah, it should be a great matchup. As well as the Bills have played the last few years, they're still only one of 10 teams who have never made it to the Super Bowl. Does that put added pressure on the Bills this week?
I don't think so. Our coach has been telling us all week to take one game at a time. We've been doing it all year. We have one more river to cross, which he says, and this is just one more river we have to cross. And like I said before, it's going to be one of them type of games that It's going to be physical. I think the team that makes the least mistakes is going to win the ball game.
How about your running mate, James Lofton, a guy that came over from the LA Raiders, of course, played all those years with the Green Bay Packers. How much has he helped you this year with his play?
He's helped me out a lot, Chris. He, you know, he never ceases to amaze me sometimes. He's like a little kid in the candy store when he's out there, and he's giving, you know, 150% every play, and whatever he says to me, I take it to the fullest, and I try to do my best.
All right, Andre. Well, thank you for being with us this week, and good luck.
Thank you, Chris.
Gentlemen.
All right, thank you very much. Andre Reed, the pride of Kutztown State. You know what I like about him? His ability to do something after he catches the football. He breaks tackles, and he gets it into the end zone. And I know what he wants this week, and that is snow in Buffalo.
That's not the only thing he wants, Lenny. He wants the LA Raiders to employ the same defense that the Miami Dolphins did. Have a safety cover him all day.
You know how much chance they've got of that? A snowball in where? That's right. It won't happen.